my dad and my father, I think he's one of my very like capitalistic superhero ideals jo nahi hote hain ki like,
What is your relationship to him?
like I feel like initially when I was like growing up, there was a lot of angst, there was a lot of like living in your father's shadows. तो उसकी वजह से because of like that, I always felt like I have to prove it to him. I have to prove it to him. He's not listening to me. He's this and that. There was a tussle. I wouldn't be like कि ऐसा था नहीं है फिर ऐसा कुछ. But now I realize that he finished the system so well
What do you mean?
because this was a guy who didn't have like a lot of resources. He was born into a very like I would say like 10 बच्चे थे. Dadu was like a head constable in a police station. There was not much money involved. And my father was like a scholar from a very young age. He just knew like what to do and what not to do. पढ़ाई कैसे करनी है. And I feel like that helped him, like, that pursuit of happiness dream and everything, and walking very carefully, very smartly, approaching life through these ideals and everything. And that helped me. Like, the only thing that sticks with me with my father is that he says one thing, kaise nahi hoga, hoga, kaise nahi hoga. And that is a very masculine thing to say,
Yep.
very narcissistic, very neurotic.
I don't know if narcissism is the right word. Let me give you a little bit of what I think. I think there are two ways of living life. I think there is the persistence, perseverance format, and I think there's the flow and fluency format.
Yeah.
The flow and fluency format, people largely classify as feminine. The persistence and perseverance format is masculine.
Yeah.
When Camus is talking about Sisyphus rolling the rock up the hill, that's the masculine existence.
Yeah.
The feminine existence is swimming with the current of the river. I don't know if there's a good metaphor for it.
Yeah.
And you alternate between the two.
Yeah.
Over masculization eventually has improper, unhappy endings to itself, right?
Yeah.
What I learned from my dad, because my dad's very similar to yours, it sounds like.
Yeah.
What I learned from him is, when you come home, be a kid. Don't be a man when you're in. मतलब एक बार तुम घर आ गए ना, तो बकचोदी करो बच्चों के साथ, खेलो, हंसो.
I think that is the issue that I faced with my dad, because he was so he's so obsessed with his work in a positive thing,
Right.
that for him, I would say like my source of ambition also stems from him. Because
But bro, here is the irony. Sorry, I'm interrupting you. We just went on like a 20-minute sort of rant, understanding the nightmare we are living in, this sub unconscious कि ना ये exist करता है, देखो ऐसे हमें capitalist systems हैं और ये और वो. And then you tell me you idolize your father.
Yeah, a part of me idolizes my father.
What does the rest of the part do?
It idolizes other things, like, I cannot have just one ideal.
Right.
I can have many idols like to look up to.
And are those idols similar to your father in their perseverance format?
They're not. I like saw certain parts of me idolize my mom.
Okay.
Like certain parts of myself idolize my dad. Certain parts of myself idolize this person in my life who's like, a loser in societal's perspective. But the fact that he's not killing himself is...
Who the fuck is that?
I
Your
can't
friend?
No, not my friend. Family only.
Achha,
But,
family,
but,
family,
but
okay.
the fact that he's still not killing himself and like, taking it every day
Right.
is also one ideal. So,
Very interesting.
So as I was saying, like, I'm also not very anti-capitalist, anti-masculine, because the sense of competition and this sense of accepting that you are in a system that is highly cutthroat is not going to leave you like that.
No.
तुम ऐसे इजराइलियों के साथ में बैठ के गांजा नहीं फूक सकते.
हाँ, ये कसौल लाइफ पूरी दुनिया नहीं है.
नहीं है.
हाँ.
तो for me that was a wake up call, because I felt like कि अगर मैं music या art करूँगा तो I'll be very artsy and shit, like, I'll do shit for me, like, that's going to change something. But the shock to me was that once I realized how materialistic this is, how, I would say, commodified content has become, I had to play the game.
Yeah.
I had to.
Right.
So I had to monetize myself and everything. And now as I am earning money, as I have become more financially responsible, I'm not responsible. I fucking spend shit on weird shit.
What do you buy? This jacket?
नहीं ये सब तो मतलब
ये तो free मिली है.
It's not that expensive, like,
okay.
But like stupid shit, like, कि मतलब
sneakers.
नहीं, Zomato. I've gained a lot of weight because of Zomato, Swiggy. and like buying stupid shit like fucking PS5 games, video games.
Right.
So I'm right now like living the dream that I had when I was like 6 or 7.
I know what you mean by that.
Yeah. So I think this is a phase. It will like I'll soon
It's a
grow out of
release.
it. Yeah,
It's a release.
yeah,
You go
yeah.
through this, it's a release, and
But
then the
now
next thing emerges.
but coming back to the point. But now I relate with my dad a lot. Like
Huh.
that 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 anxiety of coming back and thinking कि आज से 2 महीने बाद क्या करना है.
And shit, it's all like, I don't think kids want to grow up, bro. But there is a
Yeah.
day and age, whatever that day and age
Yeah.
might be, where they're like, fuck, now I get why my dad's the way he is.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now I empathize with him. Although like we're not like, talking like, Papa, and
अच्छा वो नहीं है अभी भी.
I hope he sees this, I guess.
No, bro, just go and say it to him.
Yeah. I was planning to it, like, I was
No, you'll do it
thinking-
today.
I think so. Nah, I think my dad is out right now.
तो कल आएंगे.
Yeah, जब भी आएंगे, I'll probably
पक्का?
yeah, I'll probably do
Bro,
it.
because
like, one
I
day.
think there is no feeling like, through my hardest times,
Yeah.
my dad, I mean, इस पे काफी अफवाहें थी उस टाइम पे कि मेरे डैड मेरे को हेल्प कर रहे हैं. My dad's never truly helped me in literally anything.
Yeah.
Except he would call me and be like, are you okay? I'd be like, हाँ पापा, I'm managing. He'd be like, तू टेंशन क्यों ले रहा है? मैं खड़ा हूँ ना तेरे साथ.
Yeah.
And bro, दुनिया में सब ले ले मेरे से. मेरे को मेरे पापा की ये वाली बात छोड़ दे.
Yeah.
मतलब मैं मजाक नहीं कर रहा ब्रो. इससे ऊपर कोई फीलिंग ही नहीं है. To have re-earned my father in my life, because I spent a lot of time fighting him. Lot of time fighting him, right?
Yeah.
Has been the best thing I've ever had in my life, bro. उससे ऊपर शायद ही कुछ है. Like my mother and I got along from a very early age. We were very
Yeah.
close.
Yeah.
But to have had my father on my side is truly my only wealth. मैं मजाक भी नहीं कर रहा.